How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews back with summer motherfucking chuggers in the form of Cape May Brewing. It's their Cape May Lager. I have not had this, but I've done my fair share of Cape May beer reviews, and just like most of those, this actually comes from Cape May. They were sending me off quite a bit of stuff, and then it kind of stopped, but they stopped kind of close to when I was like, I got one of their hazies in the mail, and it was like 90 degrees outside, and it was like on a van for like 4 days. I was like, I don't know if the weather did this nice, so maybe they're just trying to keep it from, I don't know, freezing, because we're getting out of winter. I don't know. All I know is I have a lager. I like lagers. Hopefully, I like this lager. As far as what else it says in here, because there's story time on here. Give me a lager, a clean, crisp, and easy drinking brew. 4.8%. It says, at Cape May Brew Company, we believe that beer is a great unifier, meant to bring people together. What do you spend a 9 to 5, blah, blah, blah. I think that's just stuff about the brewery. With that in mind, we brewed a beer that would make everybody's taste happy, Cape May Lager. It doesn't really tell much about the beer itself, so we'll skip over that. I don't think there's a date on here. I think they do date some of their stuff. I could be wrong, though. There's no date on there. And we'll go over the label design in a minute. I've been trying to change up when I show you guys the labels, because you know how much I love labels. But for the sake of me and my beer reviews not taking so long, I'm trying to do them now. And I'll do one of these things where, look at that. You can see both the beer and the label at the same time. How about that? Kind of makes sense to me, so that's how I'm trying to switch that. But my brain kind of wants to make me talk about it earlier, because I'm a creature of habit. Anyway, I mean, it looks like a lager. I got my nice slate here that doesn't work. God damn it, I'm going to break this fucking thing. Yeah, looks like a lager, you know. Soft, clean, crisp, yellow straw-like body to it. Tight compact bubbles, nice creamy head to it. She looks all the part of a lager. Yeah. Let's see if we can get a nose on her. That is definitely a lager. I mean, you're getting big, huge, funky, like, kind of... And when I talk about lager as a funky thing, it's just how it comes off to me. I know a lot of more people call it, like, a dirty, kind of sulfuric kind of thing. It comes off a little bit more kind of dirty, earthy, terra firma kind of funkiness. It's big and pronounced in here, so you definitely get the lager vibes off this. But you get a really nice big pop of bitterness, too. A little bit of those kind of soft, kind of light, malty, a little bit above kind of Pilsner malt kind of vibes, a little crackery, if you will, but man, that bitterness is pretty big, so you get that nice kind of lager yeastiness, along with that nice above average, especially for its ABV, kind of pomp of bitterness. Let's dive in. Cheers. And it's a pretty aggressive lager, to be perfectly honest with you, but aggressive in a way that it's still very traditional. That core lager yeast is vibrant, way more vibrant than you typically get, especially from a lot of American breweries. It's a little bit more reminiscent of European, Czech, German style lager, but it's a little bit more robust. Even that bittering is also a little bit heavier, but it's not like out of the realm of like traditional. It's very bittering. It's very kind of slightly herbal, but mostly just a bittering kind of old school kind of hop. It's aggressive enough to stand up to how big that lager yeast is. The malt portion of the show is a little bit smaller than all that. It's not a negative. It lets those hops shine. It lets the lager portion of the show shine. I like it. I dig it. Now, it's almost like a traditional kind of lager, slightly cranked a little bit bigger, but leaving that malt base a little bit lower. Is it like a summer crusher for me? I dig it. I like it. It's a nice beer, but I don't know with how big that bitterness comes off, if it's going to like really kind of be something I want to drink a whole sixer of. That being said, I would really like this in a mix of summer crushers. When I talk about that, rarely do I go somewhere, and I've talked about it, I'm like, I'd love to take a 6-pack of this to a golf outing or a barbecue or whatever. Not that I haven't done that, but more often than not, if I'm going somewhere, I'm bringing variety, because that's pretty much what I do. I don't know about you guys out there, but more times than not, when I drink beer, I don't drink the same beer over and over again all night long. There are times when I do that, and I appreciate that kind of aspect of it, and I appreciate a beer that can stand up to that. But if I'm going to go to a barbecue, something like that, I'm going to be a little mixer with me, and I'd like to have like a super traditional, like maybe just a little bit of a Kolsch, this, and something, a soft little pale ale, kind of, and just kind of repeat through that cycle. Gonna go up to the top and repeat itself back around. that's kind of where this lands for me. I dig it. I like it. It's a little bit more robust than what you get from a traditional style beer, while still at the same time living in those traditional kind of boundaries. Tasty, well made, clean. I mean, there's nothing negative to beer at all. And it is a crusher. It's a little bit more impactful. Ford style. You're not getting a 2x4 of the face hops. You're more talking about how it leans on just lager beers in general. So take your kind of old school lager. Let's try and crank it up a little bit. That's not a bad thing. Is it one of the better lagers I've had as of late? Definitely from American Brewery. Might not be up there. I like mine to be a little bit kind of balanced across the board, but it's tasty nonetheless. Value and availability, no idea. Listen, it's a 12-ounce lager. This should come in 12 packs of hopefully somewhere between 10 to 12 bucks a sixer, and leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like lagers, but you want a little bit more to it. It's exactly what you're going to get here. Clean, crisp, refreshing. Kind of what it said on there. Just a little bit extra bump. There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice little clean lager right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.